You have so much to look forward to on the horizon.
Yeah, absolutely.
What
Loads
would
and loads in the pipeline for us this
Oh
year.
yeah. And we're definitely going to get into those releases and the announcement that you dropped for people today. But what would you say is the number one thing that you are currently missing when it comes to tour life? Is it meeting the fans, the traveling, the actual performances themselves?
It's playing the shows. It's playing the shows. That's always been like our bread and butter, like for Ingested. I mean, like we love like being in the studio and like recording and stuff, but playing the shows, that's it. That's like what it's all about. That live energy that you get from the crowd, and then you get to hang out with all the fans afterwards and stuff, and nothing beats that feeling. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
And I kept mentioning this announcement that you shared, and the announcement
Yeah.
happens to be the fact that you'll be dropping the Surreption II, which is a reimagined version of your second album. And we're also celebrating the 10th anniversary of that record, so
Yeah.
congratulations on that.
Thank you very much. Happy birthday, the Surreption.
Right? What would you say are some of the first things that come to mind when you think back a decade ago to the just beginnings of that release?
Oh God, it was weird because it was this album's always sort of been like the one album that we always had sort of regrets about. So like when it was originally done, it like when we originally released it, there was things that we weren't happy about it, not with the songs or anything, but just like how it how it sounded and how it felt overall. We never really thought that we'd done it justice. So like with it coming round to being 10 years old this year, we thought, right, we're gonna sort this out. So we tried to get all the original files from the original recordings because we thought, right, we'll remaster it, we'll remix it, we'll make it sound amazing. But nobody has them. We don't
They
know
were
where
just
they
gone?
are. Yeah, they've just disappeared into the abyss. So we just thought, right, well, fuck that then. We're just going to re-record the entire thing. We're just going to re-record the entire
I
thing.
mean, what
We're going
else
to
could
make
you
it
do?
10 times better. And yeah, like that, we dropped Manifesting Obscenity. It dropped on Spotify at midnight last night, and we dropped the music video for it at midday today. And
Mhm.
yeah, it sounds amazing. I'm well chuffed
It
with it.
does. Oh, I bet. Just like I mentioned before, you were headbanging, our producer was, I was over here. Like, it sounds fantastic.
Yeah, there's some mean riffs in there, and it's like there's a lot of stuff in there that originally, when we originally released it, you couldn't really hear them or like tell that they were there, and
Yeah, the
now we've
nuances
been
were kind
able
of
to,
buried.
yeah, absolutely, and now we've been able to like peel everything back and like let everything breathe a little bit, and it just sounds phenomenal. I couldn't be happier with it.
I'm so happy about that. And when it does come to new releases, I mean, the band recently shared a brand new version of your debut EP, Stinking Cesspool of Liquefied Human Remnants. Now, when I said that, when I said that the first time before you were even shown to everyone in the Twitch chat, I could see you laughing just from those pure words coming out of my mouth. So tell me a little bit
Uh,
about that. It's a mouthful, but it is so
yeah,
funny to say. I
it's
love it.
It's well, we were about, oh God, how old would we have been? I think I'd have been about 18, maybe. Like maybe even younger, like when we were writing them. No, about 18 and 19, I think. When we wrote all them songs. So like at that time it was sort of like we'd all just discovered devourment and stuff like that, and brutal death metal and slam death metal, and everything was so brutal, and all the names were like looked like you'd read it out of like some kind of mortician's
Oh,
handbook
yeah.
or something. And we were just like, right, well, we're going to have to be more brutal and more heavy and more disgusting and have more ridiculous names. Like it's got to be more all the time. Like, and yeah, we ended up with that, and it's just savage. But when we originally released it, like you can still hear it, you can still find it on YouTube. It sounded like shit. It sounded like we'd recorded it in like a portaloo or something and
Oh,
like
wow.
the drums were made out of paper bags or some shit. It was horrendous. But like our good friend Nico, he remixed and remastered the entire thing, and it just sounds nuts. But they're all the original recordings as well from like 2006, and
Jeez. I
he's
mean, that
made them sound insane.
Yeah, that was 14, 15 years ago. So how
Mm.
has it been revisiting the songs, hearing some of those, and I'm using your words, some of the shittier sounding things back
Yeah,
then, just kind of revisiting these tracks and almost reminiscing back to when you
it's
were 18-ish.
it's amazing, isn't it? Because it's like it's nice to see like where you came from and like how far you've come, and just to see how we've grown as a band and as songwriters and just as people in general. Like it was like you said, it was like 15 years ago now, so it was just amazing. And to to hear what they originally sounded like and to hear what they sound like now with all the remix, it's just night
You've
and
come a
day.
long way.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's fantastic, and especially compared to like the stuff that we're putting out now, which is like our album from last year, Where Only Gods May Tread. It's night and day. But I kind of like that about our albums. I mean, we've always kind of been in and around the same wheelhouse, but our albums always, they can stand individually against each other, like sonically, if you know what I mean. So like
Yeah.
they all sound like Ingested, but they all sound like completely different albums if you get where I'm coming from.
It makes complete sense because the thing is, you aren't those 18-year-olds that made that record
Exactly.
14 years ago. You're going to evolve, and with that, so will the music. So
Yeah.
I get where you're coming from for sure. I want to let you know we have a bunch of people in the chat just saying hello. You're the man. They're very happy
Hello.
that you're on. He says
Thank
hello
you very
back.
much.
That you're here on Knotfest daily. But one thing that I discovered about you, we've been talking about the music, but I not only interview musicians like yourself, but also wrestlers. I'm very involved in that world.
Amazing.
And you are a self-coined full-time wrestling nerd.
I am
So
a wrestling nerd.
who is the one wrestler you would love for the band to write some entrance music for?
Erick Rowan.
That was
Erick
so
Rowan.
fast.
Erick Rowan, definitely. I love Erick Rowan. He was in one of our music videos, actually.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's an interesting story, right? So we were on tour in Europe, and we were playing a show in Vienna, and it was a 10-year anniversary tour for our first album, surpassing another giant title, surpassing the boundaries of human suffering. Right, so we were doing a 10-year anniversary tour for that, and we did a show in Vienna, and we got like a direct message from, I think it was one of the guys out of Rings of Saturn. And he was asking us like, "Oh, you're playing in Vienna tonight?" And we were like, "Yeah. Why? What's up? Are you around or something? Like, what's going on?" And he was like, "Oh, a couple of WWE wrestlers like that we know. They're doing a show in Vienna tonight, and they were wondering if they'd be able to get a guest list for your show." And we were like, yeah. And then like Sean's going, "Some wrestlers are coming to the show, Jason. Like, check this out. Like, who is it?" And I was like, "Who is it? And it was fucking Erick Rowan and Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, damn.
And they came to our show. Like, they came to our show. So
I know Dolph's like a huge metalhead, so that does not surprise me at all. That's sick.
It blew my mind. And then like from then, we would so we released Where Only Gods May Tread last year, and it was in the middle of lockdown. So we were kind of like, oh, what are we going to do for a music video? And I was like, bollocks to it. Should we just like send the track to all of our friends that we know that are in the scene? We'll send it to fans that we know that have, you know, been with us since the beginning, and that we'll send them the track early. We'll get them to film and reacting to it, and we'll just cut it into one long video. And we messaged Erick Rowan and asked him if he wanted to be in it, and he was like, "Yeah, absolutely." And he sent us like a video of him in the mask and everything, and then like pulling the mask off. It was so sick. I was so buzzing about that. But yeah, Erick Rowan, Rhea Ripley, I'd love to do an entrance music for. And
you guys would be perfect for her.
Absolutely, I think that. I might have to at her on Twitter and just go, "When you're gonna let us blast beat for you, Rhea."
It worked the first time with Rowan. I would say just shoot your shot. Just go for it.
Gonna have to do it. And then obviously, my personal favorite wrestler of all time, the king of all kings, Triple H.
Okay.
He's just the one, isn't he? He's just the best one.
He's legitimately a complete badass. Just to this day.
To this day, right? My favorite wrestling return is when Triple H came back. I think it was like early 2000s when he'd been away for ages, and he came back as the Game, and he had his like denim cut off jacket over his leather. Yeah, and he's just like like that, and everyone's going, "Yeah!" And everyone totally forgot he was the bad guy.
Incredible.
Totally forgot that he was the bad guy.
You're cheering for a heel, and you're no.
Yeah, and I was right there with him. I was like, "Yes, he's back."
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's absolutely incredible. Well, hey, keep those fingers crossed. I really hope that these can come to fruition for you.
I'm gonna get on Twitter right after this. I'm gonna be like, "Rhea,
do it.
Let us do some blast beats for you, Rhea. Come on now."
Well, I do have one more question for you, Jason. I know we've been keeping this conversation pretty light, so I have like a really serious one for you.
Okay.
So are you ready for it?
Yes.
All right. When are we going to be getting some more videos from you using the Reface app? Let's go.
Oh, right. Well, hello, hello. Oh,
You're
yeah,
good?
right. So the thing is, right, my phone's being a bit dodgy. My phone's on its last legs now, so I've had to start making space. So I've unfortunately I've had to delete the Reface app for now, but I am planning on getting a new phone very, very soon. So you're gonna
Okay.
get bombarded with those face swaps
I'm gonna
very,
be
very
waiting
soon.
for him and
Gonna be the
looking for
king
him
of Instagram
definitely.
deep fakes.
Well, I really do want to say thank you so, so much for hopping on here today, shooting the breeze with me. It's been an
You are
absolute
very
pleasure learning more
welcome.
about the tracks.
Oh, thank you very much. It's been an honor and a privilege. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Thank you very much. And I just want to say cheers to all of our fans, for everyone for checking out the new stuff. Like, the reaction's been amazing. And your love and support, as always, like, it means the world to us. So big love.
Everyone, this has been Jason Evans from Ingested. Be sure to catch them on tour this fall with Bleed From Within. Again, thank you so much, Jason, and talk to you soon.
Thank you very much. Big love. Bye.